Hey guys, welcome. Welcome to the Unknown Sounds YouTube channel with me, Pete Saxer. Now, on this show, what we do is we promote independent bands and solo artists. You've probably heard them on the Unknown Sounds music show, and now's your chance to meet them virtually right here. And the reason we do this is because we love independent music, and we want to show everybody that independent music is the best music on earth. That's right. So if you're in a band or you do your own music and you want to be on this show or on the music show, definitely let us know. Contact us with the oh my gosh, look at all these links. Forget about it. Just look at the top one. It's the link tree, Unknown Sounds with Pete Saxer on Linktree. There you'll find everything you need. All the links to our social media platforms, also a submissions button for music to the music show and videos to this show. So go ahead, send them in. We can't wait to hear from you. And before we start the show, I have to ask you, please like and subscribe. It would really help us out. And if you're really into it, just leave a little comment. I'd love to know what you think of the show. So here we go now. Here we go. On with the show. Today, our guest is the Northern California-based MJoy. Now, she's amazing. She's a queer pop rock singer-songwriter who makes indie bangers that make you think bigger so you can live better. Now, of course, you've heard her music on the Unknown Sounds Indie Music Show, and you love it, I'm sure. But now you get to meet her virtually here, right here in our cyberspace studio. So let's bring her in. Here we go. Here's MJoy. Hello, MJoy. Nice to see you.
Hey, it's great to be here, Pete. Thank you for
Oh,
having me. I
oh,
always love being able to share space with you. This is awesome.
thank you so much. And thank you for joining us. You know, you've been a big supporter, not only in sending your music, which is wonderful, it helps the show so much, but also your support of the show. So I do really appreciate that.
Oh, always a pleasure. I think as independent artists and just music industry enthusiasts and professionals, we really got to shout each other out.
Ooh, very nice. Nicely said, MJoy. Okay, so there are some people watching that may not have heard you. Okay,
Mm,
so
mm.
if you could speak to them now, what would you say? What would you tell them about yourself?
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I agree with you, Pete. Not enough people know about
That's true.
MJoy, so we got to fix that right here and right
We
now.
are. That's right.
Yeah, I just have been grappling with this a lot, right? In terms of like, hey, who am I? What is my mission? What am I about? I'm from a very musical family, and a lot of people in my family, both sides, mom and dad, right, are music enthusiasts, are big time music fans, but also big on the instrument that they play. I have jazz vocalists, bassists, rock guitarists, and
Excellent.
pianists and composers, all this stuff happening in my family, right? But something that I learned from my uncle, and this ties to the question that you asked, but this is just how I answer questions.
That's fine. That's fine.
Open up a history book, right, to get to the
Love it.
my uncle is just he's a great guitarist, and he's the founder of like Minus One, which is a group like new wave skate rock out of the
Wow.
Bay Area in the 80s. So I'm sure you would love them.
Yeah.
But he told me, hey, Maya, there's always going to be that's my first name, Maya.
Wow.
Um, he was like, hey, you're always going to find a better bassist, a better drummer, a better guitarist. He was like, but no one has your voice and no one has your story. So songwriting is really where you could stand out. And songwriting has come to me more naturally, like equal like to like rhythm. It's like, I love a rhythmic delivery. That's kind of music and melodies that I write. But that really stuck with me, and I was just like, ooh, I do feel like I have that in me to really lean into songwriting. So I'm like a confessional, honest, vulnerable, justice obsessed storyteller
Yes.
in my writing. Something that I always practice too is just like, okay, there's parts of me in my song. There's also like some fiction, to like practice with storytelling, but really at the end of the day, like it's all from me,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my passion. I always want to write about stuff that I'm grappling with or struggling with
Mm.
to help anyone else that might hear or come across what I'm doing. Like I want to help other people too. And, I'm always thinking like strategy for change, like for
Wow.
social change, for betterment, right? Like how can my songs contribute to that?
Yeah.
So anyway, that if that resonates with anyone, that's where I come from.
That's great. And that's what I heard from your music from the start. The
Mm.
first song you sent me, Jogging at Night, it really hit a chord with me. It's beautiful, but it's a very interesting subject. We'll talk a little bit more about that one. But
Thank
right
you.
now, let's give everybody a little taste of your music. We're going to play a music video. Is that all right with you?
Let's do it. Thank you, Pete.
Great. This is called Doing the Best That I Can by MJoy.
The climate, the crisis, the bailouts, the praying that it all will work out. I know my phone is inundated. The wars and the famine, the cops, the violence we all wish would stop. Bad news, and non-stop, oh God, I hate it. It hurts my eyes to see. Wanna change the world as soon as I'm done watching TV. Don't mean to sound so tongue-in-cheek, but I gotta check out as the weight of the world crushes me. And I'm doing the best I can, I say to myself every day. I had important plans, but I can't seem to stop the scrolling that goes another day. The money, the mortgage, the marriage, bartender, give me a strong beverage. I know I got quite the laundry list. The cooking, the cleaning, the sex, the unknown of what's coming next. I'm not even prepared for this. You know it hurts my eyes to see. Wanna change the world as soon as I'm done watching TV. Don't mean to sound so tongue-in-cheek, but I gotta check out as the weight of the world crushes me. And I'm doing the best I can. And I say to myself every day, I had important plans, but I can't seem to stop the scrolling. There goes another day, and I'm overwhelmed, a master of none. I want to care, but I want to have fun. Who feels the pain if I remain numb? Gotta put down the phone, stop living off crumbs. You know it hurts my eyes to see. Wanna change the world as soon as I'm done watching TV. Don't mean to sound so tongue-in-cheek, but I gotta check out as the weight of the world crushes me. And I'm doing the best I can. And I say to myself every day, you know I had important plans, but I can't seem to stop the scrolling. There goes another day. You know it hurts my eyes to see. Gotta change the world as soon as I'm done watching TV. Don't mean to sound so tongue-in-cheek, but I gotta check out as the weight of the world crushes me. I'm doing the best I can, I say to myself every day. Doing the best I can.
Doing the Best I Can by MJoy. What a lovely song. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I have to say that the melody is just lovely. I love the beat, the way you get into it, the way it rises and rises, and that voice, that is a voice of an angel.
Thank you so much, Pete.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. I really take that in. I appreciate that. Sometimes my vocal performance, I'm always working on it, I'm honing on it, and I hear the improvement. And sometimes, even with that song, doing the best I can, there's a part of me that like bristles a little bit, but that's, you know,
Yeah.
so it's the story of an artist, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you're never gonna stop thinking that. It's like painting a painting. When do you stop? I don't know. I have no idea. That's
yeah,
why I don't paint.
yeah, yeah. Great point. Yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
absolutely. So thank you for saying that. I really appreciate
That's all
that.
right. And I love the content. It's great, you know?
Mm.
There's many times that I'm like, wake up in the morning, I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I got a day off. I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna interview people. I'm gonna do everything. It's gonna be great." And then Jaws 2 comes on, and there goes 2 hours.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, that is the headspace I was in. I was like, "Okay, I care about this, and also I feel so pulled to relax. How do I marry the 2? Also, I wanna talk about this in a song." And at first, some of the concern that I got, like, I get songwriting coaching, right? Because I just wanna run it through a couple, like, ringers to really
Yeah.
make sure it's ironed out, and it's all cohesive, and that, like, my love for my excitement and this new song isn't blinding me to some ways that maybe, hey, I can make it stronger, right, and more clear.
Yeah.
So I love to get songwriting coaching and feedback. And one person said, like, "Hey, I'm concerned that you're taking too much, like too big of a bite, like too much to really gnaw on and digest by like talking about the world, like, you know, the concerns of the world, how
Yeah.
that sits on your shoulders." Um, but we found a way to really be like, "Hey, globally we're connected, personally, like domestically, right? Like there's struggles in the day-to-day that are connected to these global issues. And
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, what about too just zoning out?" Like, and so I feel like at the end of the day, I did a really good job at like stringing those things
Oh,
in
yeah.
the through line. And so I'm proud of that song. I'm proud of
Good.
that song. Yeah,
You should be, and we're all doing the best we can. You know, it may not be great, but we have to give ourselves a break, you know?
that's right.
When I
Yeah.
when I was young, I went to see, do you know, Arlo Guthrie?
I have heard that name.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's Woody Guthrie's, the famous folk singer, his son, and
Oh,
he
cool.
did a lot of music in the '70s, did some great music, but one of the biggest thing was called Alice's Restaurant, and it's a 22-minute long song, and it's about
Wow.
the draft, and it is funny, and it's great. I went
Wow.
to see him in the Garden State Arts Center in New Jersey, and he was talking about the draft because the draft was just instated again, and he said, "I thought I never had to sing this song again, but I'm
Mm,
gonna." And then
mm,
he said, "There's
mm,
gonna be a big rally in Washington, DC. I want all you guys to be there. I'm not gonna be there, but I want you to be there." And I thought, "Wait a second. What's wrong? He's not gonna be there. He expects us to be there?" And I
mm,
spoke to my mother about that, and she's like, "Listen, he's doing enough, isn't he? He's doing
mm,
what he can." You know, he's
mm,
inspiring other people to get on board as well. And
mm.
that's always been my attitude now. You know, we can't do everything.
Wow.
We have to do the best we can.
Mm,
Mm,
yes. Wow. I also love like connected to this, and I love that your mom said that and how that stayed with you.
yeah,
You know, how you like really received that. I like to consider, you know, who are the truth tellers and the songwriters and everyone else, right?
yeah,
That are speaking about peace, about, you know, holding our systems, right, that we work with,
yeah.
um and that we have this relationship with, accountable for like maybe operating better or
Mm,
changing the system, right, or like,
yeah,
you know, with through political discourse, action, whatever that is, right, that can
mhm,
mean a ton of different things and look like
yeah,
a ton of different things, but throughout history, right, like we've seen songwriters play a huge role in
yeah,
that.
yeah,
And it's just I have that in my mind, like, hey, you know, we like also to not a songwriter per se, but MLK, right? Like it was just it's about to be MLK Day coming up here pretty
yeah,
soon, and what like he's held in high regard now, but when he was like around, like it
yeah.
was so easy. Like the approval rating was not the same, right?
That's
Like
right.
high
And I just
critique.
wanna interrupt you. MLK, for those who don't know, is Martin Luther King.
Oh
He was
yes,
a
yes,
civil
yes.
rights activist, a hero in America to most
That's right.
people. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah, thank you for that.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm just assuming that everyone
Oh,
knows.
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
But I appreciate that. Yeah. So, you know, it's just like, how do we love and support and hold up the people that are speaking powerful truths here and now instead of waiting till when they pass or or
Yeah.
something happens to them, right? Like, how do we really value who's here and doing and saying things now? So that's kind of I love that story about Arlo Guthrie, and I want to listen to that. To
Yeah,
honor.
listen to that. He's fantastic. And
That's
he
so
also
cool.
on the side, he does another song about I wanna ride my motorcycle.
Right, and it's more playful, right? I'm
It's
assuming.
just so fun. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell you, the first line is, "I don't want a pickle, I just wanna ride on my motorcycle." It's just great. It's a lot of fun, but he does lots of, social songs as well. It's
That's
really good.
amazing. Hey, if you put in however many blood, sweat, and tears, days and hours to write a 20-minute song,
Yeah.
you deserve a pickle bop too.
Okay. MJoy, we're gonna do something a little bit different now, okay?
Awesome.
This is
Awesome.
called the quick round questions. All right. Now,
Love
I'm gonna ask you a series of questions, not a lot, only a few.
it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you very quickly, and I want you to answer with the first answer that comes to mind, okay?
I love it. Hey, and I was not prepped for this, ladies and gentlemen. So
No,
this
she
is
doesn't
gonna
know
be
anything about it. She doesn't know anything about it. I wanna make sure I have everything right here. Okay. Now there's only 4 very quick questions. In fact, the
love it.
questions are 2 words, and you should have a one-word answer. You ready?
Ooh, okay. I love this. Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. Best color,
Pink.
blue. Best
Oh,
animal.
dog.
Sorry, wrong again. Platypus. Best planet.
Earth.
Oh, yes, Earth is correct. Well done. And best song.
Doing the best I can.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that. You are fantastic. That is right. That's correct.
Woo! Okay, I really let it fly from the hip. 2 out of 4. That is not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Most people get nothing. But I do have to say, full disclosure, my first answer for best song was "God Only Knows."
God only knows.
Fantastic song
Awesome.
by the Beach Boys.
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
so what I didn't tell you about that is
Yes.
that I was secretly collecting data about you, okay, from your answers, and I sent that off instantaneously to the institute, who are going to,
Ooh.
yeah, they're going to
Yeah.
look into that data and they're going to get back to us by the end of this interview. Okay.
Okay. I'm into this. All
All right.
right.
So let's go back in your life a little bit. What kind of music did you grow up with? You said you came from a very musical family.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
My father is a jazz bassist,
Oh, cool.
and that is what he's done his entire life. He raised a family, supported us off of being a jazz musician solely. He saw someone play at 16 years
Oh,
old when he was a kid, and he saw a jazz show, and he was like, I'm going to do that with that dude in the back with the
that
bass.
is amazing.
I'm going to do
So he's
that. And
the cool dude in the back, hanging out, being really cool.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, my dad
Nice.
definitely has a swag about him.
Oh, fantastic.
I do believe I've inherited at least a little bit of
You have defo.
that, you know. So yeah, my dad, like, he's done that and continues to this day, right?
Yeah.
So I was in utero, I'm sure, hearing the reverberations of him practicing, like mastering his instrument,
Nice.
playing along to standards, to other tunes that he was hired to learn,
Yeah.
so that he could tour and perform and support us. So there was that. Then my mom, now she's not necessarily a musician herself, but she's got great taste. And so when we were driving around and I was a little kid and she's running errands, she has me next to her, she's showing me all these artists. Now, one of them I already mentioned, minus one, my uncle's band. I hadn't met him yet when I was little,
Yeah.
right? She was like, "Hey, this is your uncle." And that really, it sounded so good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna share this music with you, Pete, after, because I
Good.
just think you'll really resonate with the whole vibe
Excellent.
of it.
Yeah.
It's like my uncle was influenced by punk and Beatles. So we have soft melodic stuff, thoughtful stuff, and social commentary too. And
Yeah.
then and wide range appeal. And then punk, which is like the ooh F you energy, also social commentary, but to like edginess in the music, right? And so that's kind of what created his sound, and that I see myself as an extension of that. Like, I like a little bit of teeth. I don't want it all just like a Twinkie roll.
Right.
like super soft and fluffy. Like I need some teeth, but I also want it to be addictive, and
Yeah.
catchy.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot just by listening to him. So my mind was blown when she shows me "Take You to Tokyo." That's like the first song I ever learned. "Take You to Tokyo." It's
Nice.
so good. And then she also showed me hip hop for the first time. Now, this is really cool because hip hop is also a big influence for me as well. But it was a female group that I was exposed to hip hop through. So that's really cool, right? When we consider women in hip hop versus, kind of mainstream male dominated hip hop scenes.
Yeah.
So she showed me Salt and Peppa, and I was just like, whoa, like my mind was blown. So I was like really encouraged by the music that I was shown.
Yeah.
My uncle also taught me how to play guitar.
Oh.
So I'm not a soloist, but I'm a rhythmic guitar, like rhythm guitar player. And so that's what supports
Yeah.
all my songwriting and my sound. Um, and so the first song that I learned was a Sheryl Crow song, like Strong Enough.
Mm.
Um, Strong Enough to Be My Man and stuff. That was
Yeah.
really, or Lie to Me. I don't know. I think I'm misremembering the title, but everyone knows it. Sheryl Crow, it's great. So yeah, it's like a really interesting mix of like, hip hop, like powerful female influences, bass driven, bass centric.
Yeah.
I hear the bass line when I'm writing on guitar and like singing in my high voice, like I feel very rooted in bass. So anyway, it's a unique, little conglomeration of cocktail that's in my inner ear that
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like express as
Right.
accurately as I can.
That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah.
MJoy, do you go to gigs? To watch bands?
To what? Yes. No, great question, because it's actually something that I want to do more of. It's on my bucket list for this year to go to
Yeah.
more live shows. The extent sort of recently that it's been for me is like going and supporting other local artists
Mhm.
while I'm attending an open mic. That's kind of like the most fresh situation. And I see a lot of stand-up comedians too. I like really
Yeah.
prioritize that live entertainment because I do think I'm a stand-up comic in a singer-songwriter's body. So
Yeah.
another life, another parallel universe. That's what I'm
Nice.
super into and doing. But yeah, no, for music, like I really do want to see more of that. And so something that me and my partner actually have been looking into is just like, okay, when music festivals come to town and when big acts, are on a lineup of like some like outdoor festival or whatever, because we like outdoor things.
Yeah.
We're like, how can we be most comfortable now that we're like no longer in our 20s and bopping around? Like we have all these other needs now, right? For like
Yeah. Yeah.
comfort. So like how can we be more comfortable? And so what we're finding is like there's like more VIP spaces with like clean toilets and da da da. So that's kind of what we're on right now.
Yeah.
Outside Lands SF, getting
Yeah.
a special area. That's what we want to do, I think, for this coming
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, that's great. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
I used to go to a lot of punk shows and everything and be in the pit and all that. And
Yes.
now in London, it's great because they have these great old theaters. So they have the floor where, anything goes, but then they have the balcony where you can sit. And that's where I go
Oh,
now.
see, that sounds awesome. I wanna come out and do a open mic
Oh,
uh
yeah.
tour in the UK and just also see shows as
Oh, that
well.
would be great. Yeah, that would be great. They'd love you here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Have you ever traveled outside the country?
Oh, this is where it gets embarrassing.
That's okay.
I need to do I saw the Police perform in Vancouver in Canada. That
Mm,
was rad.
yeah,
Loved it.
yeah.
Like love them so much. They're another big influence. I love the Police. And then I've been to like northern Mexico,
Mhm,
but I don't think I've been anywhere else.
yeah.
I really want to. That's another thing on the list. It's like, oh, I got to do it. I got to
Yeah,
just
yeah, it would really, inspire your writing as well, I think.
I agree. I
But
agree.
you know what?
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe, y'all. So drop it. Drop your offerings on my Venmo in the
That's it.
comments.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not sure if Venmo is an innuendo, but yeah, that's fine. Um,
No, no. just the greenest of leaves only. Yes. Ooh.
Fantastic.
Mm.
So I mentioned earlier that the first song you sent into our Unknown Sound show was
Yeah.
Jogging at Night.
Yeah.
And you told me that it had to do with a confrontation you had at work about how women can't really jog at night safely like men can, and there was a disagreement with that.
That's right.
So, do you jog at night? Did it actually come from your actual experience?
Yeah, no, great question. So this is kind of where when earlier when I was saying like, hey, there's my truth,
Yeah,
and then there's peppering in of potential truth, like other people's
yeah,
truth, but may not necessarily be mine, but I'm using my story
yeah.
to build off of to like really connect with a broader audience, right?
Mm,
So what I tend to crave, first of all, let's just be real, I'm not a runner. I'm not I like to lift weights and I love to walk. And there's something about walking around at night after dinner, right? Oh my God, I'm not gonna remember this verbatim. I'm just having a moment. There's this Chinese saying, I think, where it's just like eat a meal, walk a mile or something. It's something along those lines. So like there's something about eating and then walking afterwards. That's just a human, like physiological need, right? And
yeah.
then there's also something to being exposed to moonlight, which is really
Mm,
healthy. It's like there's something great about the sun, but there's
yeah.
also something that we get about moonlight too.
Mm,
And so it's like this nice balance, right? That ideally, in a perfect, safe world, everyone could have that access
yeah.
when they crave it, right? That's ideal. Um, and so the concept about this, like me being confronted in my own personal life around like, oh, I'm kind of getting the heebie-jeebies right now, is when I went to college, right? And there was all this talk about like, hey, things happen on college campuses, but also
Yeah.
things happen in the world, just period, right? And I was living outside of my mom and dad's house, not under their roof. I'm living with other peers, like in an apartment in a downtown area. There's a lot of like bars and people out late, and sometimes I'm walking from campus to the apartment downtown, and I'm alone, and like people aren't available to like give me a ride. There wasn't Lyft or anything back then either.
Yeah.
So, it was just but also being in my early 20s, I didn't always have the foresight to like coordinate
Right.
group travelings by foot,
Yeah.
together. So it's just like, hey, there's a lot of like strategic gymnastics that I would be wise to do, that I have to do, that I have a sense that like my male counterparts are just like they're not burdened by this. Like I'm,
Yeah.
and like people that are like queer or or just whatever kind of targeted identifier that they have, where like, hey, if I'm alone at night, I don't feel great.
Yeah.
Like everyone can relate to that, I feel like, on some level. But there's just something about um that image of a woman jogging at night that I was inspired by,
Yeah.
you know. And that's what helped spur the song, because there was a guy I was talking to that was denying that kind of weighing out on a day-to-day basis or night by night basis, that
Yeah.
women can do, that was being denied. So I was just like, you know what, I just need, this is how I think, like my solve is song. I need to write something that's catchy, that eventually will hit the airwaves and hopefully hit his dumb eardrums, and then and
Yeah.
whoever else needs to hear it, if it doesn't teach them, then they feel represented by it,
Yeah.
so
I
it's
totally understand. Men have to be taught this because,
mm,
like him, I would never well, I used to
mhm,
never think of anything like that. I thought, everybody was the same, but no, you walk
mhm.
in other people's shoes, it's totally different.
And so at what point, Pete, were you like, "Oh, hey, this is something that takes a couple more steps for other folks that aren't men," right? Like,
Yeah.
when did you become more open to it?
Well, it goes back to my mother. My mother was a very big activist in the '70s.
Wow.
Yeah. She was married, she had 4 kids by the time she was 23 or 24. She got
Wow.
bored, she went to university, took her years and years to get through to university. She got through. She eventually became the clerk of the General Assembly of the state of New Jersey. She was a really talented woman. But they were fighting for ERA, the Equal Rights Amendment, which
Yes.
never came. And I was like, well, why do you need that? You know, everybody, she goes, if you and I got a job, she said, and we both were hired, you would make $1 and I would make 60 cents.
Hmm.
I said, that doesn't make any sense. And
Mm.
pretty much that was it. And from there, she said, you really have to think about, you have to view it from other people's point of view.
Mhm.
Their worldview is different than yours, and always take that into concern. And I do. That's how I've lived my life now from then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
getting back to running, my grandmother still runs 5 miles a day. We have no
Whoa.
idea where she is. Just kidding. I have to lighten it up a little bit.
Oh my God, we have no idea where she is.
Well,
Oh.
I was going to play the video for jogging at night, but you know what? I'm going to hold that back. You guys go out there, find it on YouTube. It's MJoy yourself on YouTube. She's got a lot of great videos on there. Go check it out yourself. Don't be so lazy. But what I'd rather do instead, if you're okay with this, MJoy,
Yeah.
would you be able to play us a live song?
Let's do it.
Fantastic.
I love the opportunity.
A true musician
Oh man.
and performer.
Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, so I want to make sure you can see.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the floor, and I'll bow out for a minute, okay?
Sure.
So you
Awesome.
can introduce the song and everything. All right, I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, thank you, Pete. Awesome. Okay, well, hey, thanks again for having me. And I'm MJoy. The song that I'm going to play is the most current release that I have. It's called Am I the Only One Lonely? It's streaming everywhere. I actually produced this one myself, so I'm very proud of it. But I always love playing it acoustically. So let's do it.
All my friends are too busy for me. I just went to the Rolodex. No one picked up the phone. Life is trying to tell me something, pushing me to be solo, but I don't like being alone. Fighting back my tears, ruminate like a hamster on a wheel. Get me out of here. Am I the only one, feeling lonely? Only one, the only one, feeling lonely. Only one. Today all by myself, it tastes a bit sweet. My heart is heavy, I just want some company. And my only one, feeling lonely. Getting used to isolation, starting out of my relations into a bag of chips. And how did I get so thirsty? Salty from bad memories, lying through the lips. Does anybody tell the truth these days? Gotta face my fears, locking eyes with my shadow on the floor, but she don't want no more. Am I the only one, feeling lonely? Can't be the only one, feeling lonely. Only one. It still ain't ringing. Where is everybody been? Here comes a panic when I cannot phone a friend. Am I the only one, feeling lonely? Lonely.
All right, bio break.
Ah, fan freaking tastic. Really great.
Thank you, Pete.
Such a lovely voice. It really is wonderful. And
Thank
the
you.
instrumentation, I can hear, I could feel if you're up on the stage and you got that bass with slapping the bass and when you perform, do you perform alone on stage?
You know, I do. And something that I want to do, we're talking about a lot of goals that I have here because I want a band. Like, I really do. I have people that have reached out to me and said, like, hey, I would love to back you up because they hear the opportunity, they hear the
Yeah.
potential, you know. And I love this simple bass line that I did on the produced version
Mm.
of the song that's released. But yeah, to play this live with a group would be me realizing one of the dreams, you
It
know?
would be fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the studio version on the next Unknown Sounds music show. Definitely tune into that. It's gonna be very soon, so I'll let you know, MJ.
Yay!
Yeah,
Oh, that's
great.
awesome. Thank you.
No, of course, of course. We help each
Wow.
other out, don't we?
That's awesome. Yeah, I cannot wait.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very cool.
oh, this just in. The institute needs some more data.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna do a couple of more quick round questions, okay?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Best film.
The Net starring Sandra Bullock.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Best city.
San Francisco.
No, Los Angeles.
Ooh,
Same state though, so that's pretty close. Best
yeah.
mode of transportation.
Bus.
Oh, so close. Train.
Yeah.
And the best book.
Oh, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. But the Bhagavad Gita or Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Ooh, okay. Well, that was going to be my next suggestion.
Okay. And here's a bonus question. Best artist. Not musical
Oh,
artist, drawing, painting.
Frida Kahlo.
Very good, but my wife Dawn.
Okay. All right. Yep.
That's not gonna go into the institute. That was just for me. I wanted to big up my wife. She's a wonderful artist.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, drop the handle. Dawn.
That's
I
it.
love it.
Okay. So
Oh.
you were talking about rap and some influence with that. Can you tell me about the self-help twins?
Oh, hey, good job digging there. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I have a friend named Casey Armstrong, and he majored in creative writing when he got his education. And, we met up and we found that in the Bay Area, he's based, in the East Bay Area. And we find that we have a lot of shared values, right? Like we've been at open mics together and just have a lot of mutual friends in the indie artist scene. And we're like, hey, we both really value, leaning on community and reaching out, asking for help when we need it. We like prayer, we like meditation, not necessarily in a religious affiliation, but just like we're both spiritual people, So we're like, okay, we like music, we're both spiritual. And I had this like group name, band name in my head, like the self-help twins. Like we're twinning in how we do our self-care
Yeah.
stuff. And self-help, it's like, that genre of like literature and all that stuff. So it's just like it just sounded cool, the self-help twins. So I was like, let's do like kind of like a hip-hop duo thing. He had like this has like sort of like an analog setup of like beat making. That's like kind of like enduringly kind of old school. And so you hear that in the sound, it's kind of throwback, and that, like a lot of that sound is like coming back. So I was just like, yeah, let's do it. So I would like have a song on guitar. He would write and make a beat and make sounds and stuff. And so we do have an album that's
Oh,
out.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think we distributed it like globally, right? Like with a distributor, but
Yeah.
we printed out some CDs, and I think it's on Bandcamp.
Okay.
Or SoundCloud. I think on SoundCloud we made it all one word, so there's no spaces. So the self-help twins, all one
Yeah.
word on SoundCloud. But yeah, you can hear that. It's definitely very. It was such a cool like experimental project, you know. And Casey is such a gem.
Yes.
You know, we're still friends. We're not like doing that right now, but I definitely love that those CDs exist.
Yeah. And you know what else exists? A video of Shine.
Oh, yes, yes, that was filmed at the Berkeley Rep Theater, I think.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, like he had connections to that theater. Oh man, I think I'm misnaming it actually, but it's a theater in Berkeley, and yeah, in their big kitchen, they let us have a couple hours to film that.
All right. Well, let's go into that big kitchen and watch the video of Shine.
Let's do it.
Here we go.
I'm here to wash your dishes. Clock in and scrub them bitches. Make them shine from start to finish. Out of college, what my job is? It's just my path today. No shame in what I say. A working class dyke scraping off your plate tonight. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. It's a bit annoying coming into contact with your fucking. I'm not joking, don't need a drink for this. I'm a germaphobe, but now I'm pissed. Bitches indeed, need to get paid. Where's insurance in our cake? Then my smile won't be fake when I say, how can I help today? Struggle's real. I see it on faces, the fight for 15. Money going through stages. Bosses paying wages, disrespectful in these ages. Change my story, write the pages, different locks on all our cages. The truth I gotta face is look inside to see what's really up. What others do when they feel stuck. Asking God the fuck is up. Did what you said, I'm straight fed up. But I gotta be the filler of my own damn cup. Fill it! I'm here to wash your dishes. Clock in and scrub them bitches. Make them shine from start to finish. Out of college, what my job is, it's just my path today. No shame in what I say. A working class dyke scraping off your clothes night. Shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. Woo. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I really mean it, ain't no shame in it. We all born in it, we rap racing it. I'm just facing it, cause I'm encasing it. And if I don't think I fall flat facing it. And it's true for me, I'm a little piggy. I'm like, more money.
Hey, give me back my headphones!
Well, it's the boss and I don't cater to slackers. His 2 cents, you've got a pile of soapy dishes to rinse. It's unacceptable to hear you rapping with those earbuds in. Do you think I pay you for anything but to smear suds in the sink with a sponge? Hey, what's that style, grunge? I'm not trying to offend you, but my advice, take the plunge into the corporate identity. You think I'm a dork, an enemy? Well, just don't let me find one dirty fork.
No, sir.
I intend to see them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. Would you prefer them straight for dimes, hold a sign?
Nope.
Think I'm a jerk? Back to work. You remind me of my daughter. She thinks she's too smart to be a doctor.
She is.
Stop wasting water. You're working with an element, and if you live to tell of it, you can pay your way to Bali and rap to an elephant. But right now, here's the facts. For the hell of it, you need work. Turn off the instrumentals and learn the fundamentals of teamwork. I'm here to run a business. Yo, MTV Raps, what is this? This time, I'll grimace. Next time, you're finished. My boss says I fidget. You do. What goes around comes around, that's just it. That's right. Want some coffee? It's instant. Now let me go fire Druid, he's always leaving fingerprints. I'm here to wash your dishes. Make them shine like Christmas. This isn't metaphysics. Just rinse and stack them quick. This job is odd, this job is mine. Well, I ain't, but my paycheck's signed.
We love you, Druid.
The water's running, won't see no grime. Glasses sparkle, so say Laheim. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I'm grateful for my job, I'm faithful as the mob. Set your table's not a prob, jumper cables for you slobs. If you waste your time, you will be praying in a tent. Pay your rent, no one's tax exempt. Tell them 2 cents, it ain't Lent.
He's right, you know.
It's Mardi Gras, there's dishes from the ribs the party already gnawed. And I'ma make them shine like they're mine. Make them shine, make them shine, make them shine.
I'm here to wash your dishes. Clock in and scrub them bitches. Make them shine from start to finish. Out of college, what my job is, it's just my path today. No shame in what I say. Okay. A working class dyke scraping off your plate tonight. I
Make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine, make them shine. I make them shine, make them shine, make them shine.
That's right.
Yes.
That looked like so much fun.
That really was. Oh my gosh. I love having the lyrics, like the captions on there. I'm just like reappreciating all of Casey's writing on that one. That was that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Did he write all the lyrics on that? Or was it a collaboration?
Total collaboration. So I wrote my lyrics, he
Yeah.
wrote all his, and I love how he played like the boss, and then also one of the workers with me.
Yeah.
The whole concept of this song, actually, what came to me while I was working at an ice cream shop, and there was just like so many, like, I loved the ice cream, and it was organic, and it was fancy, and it was cool flavors, and it was really unique, and I had fun in a lot of ways, but in other ways I was just overwhelmed one night when I saw all these tins, ice cream like pans, just piled in the dirty sink section. I was like, that's a lot of dairy. That's a lot of sugar. That's a lot of scrubbing I'm going to be doing in like 15 minutes, So I was like, I just got this like beat in my head, like, I'm here to wash your dishes, clock in and scrub them bitches, and I was just like, there's something to that. I need to do something to that. And then Casey like took that, ran with it, and we just wrote our own respective lyrics. It was so fun.
And you know what? There is a theme that still runs through your music. That was in that song as well.
That's right.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing the best I can.
That's right. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
satisfied here, but you'll get there.
Yes. Yes. And I feel like so many people, right, that have those roles, there's so much talent inside of so many people. You never know who's serving you your ice cream. You never, like in terms of potential, in terms of dreams and desire. I just want to share the story. Like my father, like he was gigging out. He was hired to play a show out in New York. He's California based, always has been, but he got to like play shows in New York. And so he had a hotel room, right? And like he noticed, well, he taught me always to like, tip well, be thoughtful with that. If you know that there's like houseless people in your area, carry a few ones on you so that you can actually give that, like that's how he thinks. I really love that that's how he's like moved throughout the world in his life. And he would tip, the folks that did his room every day as he was working in New York, performing, doing what he loves, right? And he got like this thank you note from the housekeeper, who was so talented, like drew this really intricate, beautiful picture as a thank you, and left it on his desk because of the cash tip that he gave them. And he was just like, see, you never know who's like cleaning your sheets. And that story stuck with me. I like that we're sharing stories about like what our parents imparted on us.
Definitely. That's great.
So yes, the blue collar jobs are not our defining, identifiers.
It's not the essence of who we are at all.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have some time for one more song. If you'd like to play another one, I don't want to stress you out or anything.
No, I think I would demand it. Pete.
Well, okay then, if you must. Oh, fantastic. Again,
Yeah.
I'll let you have the floor.
Thanks, Pete.
Thank you.
Awesome, y'all. So the next song that I'm going to release on all the platforms is Drop. So I just want to urge folks, if you don't already, wherever you like to stream your music, follow me, MJoy, MJoy. Because I put out singles pretty consistently here. And so the next song is going to be Drop, and it's about, hey, the next shoe is going to drop when things are going well, but I just am on edge. I wanted to write about that anxious, headspace. I thought, hey, there's a song in that. I live my life in that world, so maybe other people would resonate as well. So here's Drop.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit distracted. I heard you say your boss overreacted today. So then, what did you say? And I see lips move, my brain moves faster. Sorry, world, I'm kind of a disaster. But hey, this is me from day to day. Living life on easy, riding the highs when I can. Before the rocks pull from beneath me, falling flat where I used to stand. I'm waiting for that extra to drop. Anytime I get close to the top, anxiety takes over me. Worst case scenarios, all I say, imaginations and hijacks. I'm on a mission to get it back. I need some positivity, but instead I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting. Now the sun is shining, silver lining. I know there's nothing to worry about for today. Nothing but good news. And I've come so far in my life, and it might be why I got my eyes up on the sky. 'Cause now I have so much to lose. Living life on easy, riding the highs when I can. Before the rocks pull from beneath me, falling flat where I need to stand. I'm waiting for that next shoe to drop. Anytime I get close to the top, anxiety takes over me. Worst case scenarios, all I say, imaginations and hijacks. I'm on a mission to get it back. I need some positivity, but instead I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting. Don't wanna be caught off guard. I stay ready with my eyes up, like I'm looking for good. I'm waiting, still waiting. But if I had real faith, I'd just look down and stare at your face. Instead, I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. Anytime I get close to the top, anxiety takes over me. Worst case scenarios, all I say, imaginations and hijacks. I'm on a mission to get it back. I need some positivity, but instead I'm just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Ooh, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Waiting for the next shoe to drop. Waiting for the next shoe to drop.
Oh, I love that. I love that. It's really boppy. It's got a great rhythm. Really, really love that. And
Thank you.
of course, the content is first class. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Pete. I'm so
Oh,
glad that you got to hear it. So this is your first time hearing this, probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. When will that be released?
So I'm going to say conservatively in 2 months.
Okay, Great. I hope you do send us a copy so we can play it on the show.
Oh, I will. I will. Yes. I'm loving the production. I was kind of hearing Imagine Dragons,
Oh, yeah.
because it,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like that kind of vibe of what they would put out. And so I had producer Ava King work on that. She's a LA based producer. So
Nice. Oh,
um
fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah.
super, super fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
the results are in from the Institute.
I want to talk
Oh,
to the head over there.
uh-oh. Okay. Yep. I'll let her know. Okay. Well, it's very simple. They say that MJoy, from the data they put together, MJoy is a rising star and should always keep going because she gets better and better. Fantastic. We already knew that. We already knew that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Institute.
You know what? Let me subscribe to the Institute because at first I wasn't sure, but now I'm on board.
Oh, of course you are. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the show and for your wonderful music. This is why I love Unknown Sounds so much. Who would have thought a year ago that we would actually be talking to each other? I'm in London, you're in California, and I like to consider you a friend.
Oh, Pete, I consider you a friend too. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know what? I think it was Reverb Nation that
Yeah.
linked us
Yes, it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
originally. So
That was
yeah,
great.
to your point, technology, right? Like social
Yep.
platforms and having the willingness to throw one's hat in the ring because you never know who's going to pick it up and say
That's right.
hi.
That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you, Pete. It is
Yep.
always a pleasure connecting with you. I
Oh,
love Unknown Sounds, love what y'all do, and love that connect indie artists,
thank
independent
you.
artists.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
you guys, you can also see MJoy with me and Robbie on, I think it's called Sidetracked with Pete and Robbie. It's turning into the flip side of Pete and
That's
Robbie.
right.
We just did it a live stream a few days ago. It was really fun. Did you have a good time?
That was awesome. Like that, I'm gonna send an email blast out with the
Okay.
link to that show so
Oh,
that
nice.
people can watch it
Yeah.
because it
It was a
was
lot of fun.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a major highlight.
It was a bit out there. Okay. So thank you, MJoy, so much. Thank you. You are a wonderful guest and you were a lot of fun.
Thank
Now
you
we
so much.
have all the links down below. You can find MJoy's links. You can find Unknown Sounds links. You can find all the bands we talked about, Arlo, Guthrie, -1. Everything is there. So definitely check it out and support MJoy. She's a wonderful independent artist and a musical genius. Thank you again, MJoy. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
And she's a bundle of energy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Great.
Yay! Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time.
That was a blast. I'm just putting my guitar away here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, it's really fun just like shooting the stuff
Yeah.
and having a chat. It feels very natural, which is
Yeah.
what I
That's what we hope for, It's just like two people sitting around listening to music, talking about anything that comes up.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's good.
exactly. And what's the expected release date on this one?
Um, but I'm gonna be working on it. I don't do a lot to it. Just cut out all my mistakes and try and put it together.
Okay, awesome. Pete, the only thing is that I think and you're not the only one that does that, but you call me MJ instead of
Oh my
MJoy.
God. Did I just say that now?
But yeah, but a
Oh,
lot of people do that, so I don't know if we wanna retake it,
yeah,
but
let's
it's
do it.
really
Let's do it. Let's do it.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry
Okay.
about that. I caught myself saying that the other day and I was like, oh crap.
No, it's
Thank you.
okay. It's alright. No, that's perfect. You're not the only one, and it
Yeah.
makes me think like, "Alright, well, I kinda gonna die on this sword now because 'cause I've done too much branding around MJoy, but
Yeah.
it'll
Yeah.
just catch on."
Yeah. I understand. Next time somebody says that, you should break into like uh, "Bad" by Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's right, that's who MJ was.
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson, that's right.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, not a horrible thing to be mixed up
Oh,
with
no, no.
from a musical perspective.
That's right. Yeah, not from a gender or racial.
Like,
That's great.
predatory.
Oh, I forgot about that. Jeez.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
good.
But no, Pete, in all seriousness, no, though. Thank you. This was like super fun.